Hello guys, this is Krishna Adya, and in last session we studied about conditional statements. Now let's start with loops in PHP. When you want the same block of code to be executed number of times, at that time instead of writing that block of code multiple times, you can use loops. There are two types of loop: entry controlled loop and another one is exit controlled loops. Now what do you mean by entry controlled loop and exit controlled loop? Entry controlled loops are those loops which checks the condition when control enters the loop, and if the condition is true, then only the code will be executed. Now what do you mean by exit controlled loop? Exit controlled loop are those which checks the condition at the time of exit. So in this type of loop, the condition will be checked later and the code will be executed first. So even if the condition is false, the code will be executed at least once. Now PHP contains the four types of loop. The first one is while loop. Next is do while loop. Then for loop. And the last one is for each loop. So now let's understand how these loops works. So first of all, let's start with the while loop. While loop is entry control loop. So the condition will be checked first, and if the given condition is true, then only the code will be executed. While loop executes a block of code as long as the given condition is true. The syntax of the while loop looks like while condition goes over here, and the code to be executed will be between these two curly braces. So now when the condition given over here will become true, at that time only this code will be executed. And as we studied that while loop executes a block of code as long as the given condition is true. That means when the condition becomes true, till that time the code will be executed. Now let's see an example of the while loop so we get clearly understand that how the while loop works. So here I have taken a variable x and its value is 1. While x is less than is equal to 10, print the value of x and increment the value of x by 1. So first test its output. So in this output, here it's x equal to 1 till x is equal to 10. So how this will work? First of all, the value is 1. In while loop, 1 is less than equal to 10. Yes, it is. The condition has become true. So it will go into the loop and the x will be printed. X will be incremented by 1. So now the value of x is 2. 2 is less than equal to 10. Yes, it is. Again it will go into the loop. The value of x will be printed and again it will be incremented till the value of x became 10. At that time this code will be executed at the last time, because 10 is less than equal to 10. Yes, 10 is not less than equal to 10, less than 10, but 10 is equal to 10. So this code will be executed. Now when at 10th time the code is executed, the x will be incremented by 1. So now the value of x is 11. So when the condition will be checked, that is 11 is less than equal to 10. No, it's not. 11 is greater than 10. So the loop will be terminated. Now let's see how the do while loop works. The do while loop is exit control loop. Exit control loop means the condition will be checked at the time of exit. In do while loop, the first code will be executed and then the condition is checked. So even if the condition became false, then also the code will be executed at least once. Now let's see the syntax of do while loop. Do, then the code over here between these two braces, and the next will be while. The condition will go over here, and after the condition it will contain a semicolon. Now how this works? First of all, the control will go to do. The code which will be given over here will be executed. After executing the code, the condition will be checked. If condition over here becomes false, then it will get terminated. But if the condition has become true, then it will again go to the do part and the code will be executed. Now let's take an example of do while loop. So over here the value of x is 1. Now what you have to do is print the value of x, increment its value till x is less than is equal to 10. Now let's test its output. We have got the same result as well. Now let's change its condition. The value of x is 11. Now as per our condition, the loop will be terminated when x is less than equal to 10, but 11 is less than equal to 10. This condition will be false. But as we studied that do while loop is exit control loop, so this path will be executed one time, so 11 will be printed. Now let's try that one. X is equal to 11 and no other output, because the condition is not checked at the time of entered. It is checked at the time of exit. So this do statement will be printed once and then the condition will be checked. By this way do while loop works, and this is the difference between while and do while, that while loop is entry control loop and do while is exit control loop. If the condition is false, the code will be not executed in the while loop, and if the condition is false, the code will be executed at least one time in the do while loop. Now let's switch to the another loop, that is for loop. For loop is again an entry control loop. For loop is entry control, and the syntax of the for loop is like this. For initialization, condition, and increment decrement, and the code to be executed will be between these two braces. Now let's take an example first. So over here the initialization will be done in the loop x is equal to 1. X is less than equal to 10 and x plus plus. So how this loop works? First of all, the initialization part will be executed, that is x equal to 1. Okay. Then it will switch to the condition, that is x is less than equal to 10, 1 is less than equal to 10. Yes, it is. The condition has become true, so it will switch into the loop. The value of x will be printed. When the value is printed, the loop has been terminated, so it will go to the increment decrement part, that is x plus plus. So now the value has become 2. 2 is less than equal to 10. Yes, it is. So again the code will be executed and then it will be terminated and then it will go to the increment decrement part. It will work till x is less than equal to 10, means this loop will be executed 10 times. Let's test it. X equal to 1 till x equal to 10. Yes, this works properly. Now let's start with the last loop, that is for each loop. Now for each loop is used only in array. It is used to loop through each key or value pair in an array. In PHP, the array works with key value pair. So now let's test that how for each loop works. So first of all, while loop, do while loop and for loop works with array and can be worked with a simple number or any string like that. But for each loop is the only one loop which works with array only. Now let's see how the for each loop is written. For each $array as $value, and the code to be executed. Now let's see how the for each loop will work in an example. So I have taken an array in PHP over here. The name of the array is fruits and its value are orange, apple and banana. Now let's start the loop. For each $fruits, that is the name of the array as per our syntax, as value and the value is printed over here. So now as per this loop, all the elements of an array will be executed and printed in the value. Now let's try it. Orange, apple and banana. So using for each loop, each and every element of an array will be accessed with its key. So now over here all the for loops that are in PHP is over. If you like my video, then please subscribe my channel and keep watching. Thank you.